Before we start this week's Walk and Talk 2 points, I'm glad the rain is a little bit let up for this week's episode because it was supposed to be soaking rain right now. But over here in the backyard, there's a couple construction people down there. And then, of course, you have road work from Con Edison again by 202nd Street. So another edition of the Walk and Talk this week will be from Northern Boulevard. So let's properly start it. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about what happened on the Long Island Railroad yesterday. If you haven't heard, there was a train derailment over the weekend. It happened on Saturday, and what happened was the MTA didn't tell anybody about it. Basically, it happened by West Side Yard, right where the west side of Manhattan is, where the Long Island Railroad stores its trains. I'm just seeing a Q12 come by here, so I'm just randomly not looking at the camera, as a lady almost just got splashed, but thank goodness she wasn't there. And believe it or not, randomly going to mention it, the 10:30 bus to Great Neck actually showed up a few minutes late today. Oh, boy. Isn't that some irony right there? But yeah, here's what I don't get. Why didn't the Long Island Railroad tell anybody about this derailment back on Saturday night when Matt Campa first broke the story? That's what I don't understand. This should have been reported on the 11 o'clock news back on Saturday night, but they didn't. So, what I want to talk about a little bit is media accountability. I'm annoyed the media didn't talk about it because it was online. Somebody should have talked about it. But no, that's not what happened. I'm trying to see where this car is going. Is it going straight or is it making a left? It's normally on 202nd Street. Nobody ever comes down here anyway, so I'm just going to cross. But there's no media accountability. There's one anchorman who I have a lot of respect for, and I've been watching for many years, and he even brought this up. NJ Burkett. That's what I want to talk about today. NJ Burkett, you, sir, you need to be applauded for holding the media accountable. Alright, there's media bias, alright? They lead off the 11 o'clock news last Saturday with the weather. Okay, talk about the weather first, because we were experiencing a rare summertime nor'easter. But then, they go to a story about a hostage situation in Los Angeles. That's what I don't understand. It was unnecessary. They should have done was talk about the Long Island Railroad incident after the weather update, and then went right to that story about the hostage situation in Los Angeles. And again, I think it's Elisa Piccas who is responsible for all of this. She needs to go to jail. She needs to be indicted. She needs to obviously not be involved with the Long Island Railroad anymore. There needs to be a whole new staff at the Long Island Railroad. And I was watching Pine Power today. Pine Power made some very good points. He could have talked about the mess at Hicksville. He could have talked about other stuff about, oh, well, Mineola, we were supposed to not have our train service cut on the Ronkonkoma branch. I'm just randomly ranting, but you all get the idea that, again, why isn't Philip Bing putting a brand new staff on the Long Island Railroad? I cannot understand that. It's like Philip Bing is literally being driven by these preppy little snobs. I'm sorry for calling them that, but you gotta understand, they're from that block between Merrick and Massapequa Park. Elisa Piccas is from Massapequa Park. Trying to get some lighting. I can't get lighting over there. There's a tree I want to show you at the end of this video, but you get the idea. Yeah, right around here is the best lighting. I've always noticed that. See, the point is, you have the people along the preppy little Babylon branch who honestly are controlling this railroad. Philip Ing is from Smithtown. Here's what I want to ask Philip Ing if I was at that meeting today. I would have asked him, sir, why can't you bring back half-hourly service at New Hyde Park and cut Babylon service to hourly? All right, because Babylon, I've been on Babylon trains before, and trust me, from what I noticed in the past year, there's less people who take the Babylon branch than use the Ronkonkoma and Huntington lines. So, Mr. Ing, where's your common sense? Why are you giving me half-hourly service at New Hyde Park? Why can't there be a train that goes to Hicksville at 10:51 and then have that one at 11:21, the normally scheduled train, and then have that train half hour later at 11:51 a.m.? Idiocracy from the Long Island Railroad. So, once again, NJ Burkett, thank you, sir, for holding the media accountable, because we need more people like you. I've been watching you for years. You've covered politics. You've done great stuff for WABC television over the past couple of years. And again, WABC is my station. I don't know why, when this story was first breaking on the internet, why couldn't they report on it? Or at least say, we have a photo that somebody shared online that might be a Long Island Railroad train derailment, and instead, they wait until 6 o'clock on Sunday night, and then the Long Island Railroad says, sorry, we're going to screw you and ruin your schedule and literally just cause mass chaos. That's where I end that point. Now, originally, I was supposed to talk about my regrets on this Ocean City, Maryland trip. Well, technically, I was supposed to film Sears in Salisbury and the Sears in Dover, right? Well, that didn't happen. But I am going to promise you all, before New Hyde Park closes, I'm going to film that location, because the last time I was there a few months ago, that location is a mess. I am currently working with my friend Matthew Clendenin to do a collaboration video with him regarding the changing retail landscape of Long Island, and of course talking about the awful disaster known as the Douglaston Shopping Plaza. Because we need to have between two Queens County residents, I think this is a video that we have to do. It's something that needs to be done immediately before my 23rd birthday. That's when I'm going to accomplish it. So, hopefully after Labor Day, you will see a video with me and my friend Matthew Clendenin regarding the changing retail landscape, and of course, doing a tour of the Sears in New Hyde Park. Because again, we need to get it on tape before it becomes extinct. So I'm going to make that promise. But if I can go to the Sears in Salisbury, I don't know if I can make a promise. I'm going to try to go over there. I'm going to try to make it maybe a priority. I don't know if I can get it accomplished because, ooh, someone's just speeding. I just saw a Mazda going about 40 miles an hour down 204th Street. So, yeah. The point I was going to make, I have to try to make it a priority, but if I can't, you understand why, guys, because it's summer, I want to be in the pool. There's a water park right by my parents' condo, and I want to take advantage of what summer has left, because this week it's supposed to be crappy, crummy weather, and I'm just glad the weather played out for this week's walk and talk. So, the last segment we're going to do in this walk and talk is, of course, talk about a down tree that happened from this past weekend's nor'easter. So we are by 204th Street and Northern Boulevard in Auburndale, Queens, where apparently this weekend, if we can get a better view from across the street, I think across the street will be a very good view of what happened from the nor'easter this weekend that we got. This is the first down tree I've seen from the storm. Nothing was down in Fresh Meadows. Apparently, I'm here in Auburndale today, and apparently, I don't know what's going on over here. Apparently, what happened was the wind must have knocked it down. I don't know why this Mustang's going to get my shot, but apparently Con Edison came, I think, yesterday from what somebody told me earlier, because somebody was telling me that there reports of downed trees here in the Auburndale area, so I figured I'll go to my old stomping grounds and see what's going on. So, yeah. Let's see, I think this branch apparently must have got knocked down. This one definitely fell down on this house over here. Oh, boy, that window could have been knocked out on the weekend. Oh, boy. Yep, this is what I mean. This is what de Blasio wants. He wants more trees to be planted so you can get killed by them. And look at this. Another tree that could have came down. That's why, and I'm going to say this again, Bill de Blasio is bad for your health. All right? I don't know where were the people that didn't vote for Nicola Malliotakis and where are the people that didn't vote for Bo Dietl. Because honestly, again, I would have at least been happier if Malliotakis had won the election. I'm still mad she lost, and I'm still mad that Bo Dietl didn't get enough votes. Alright? And I say this to everybody. If she had won the election, I would have given her a fair chance. Just like everybody else. I gave de Blasio a fair chance, and look what this smartass is doing, because honestly, he is a smartass. He doesn't care that these trees need proper maintenance. You think he cares? Oh, and here's the ironic thing. Here comes New York City Department of Environmental Services. They're going to take a look at this tree right now, so I better let them do their work. But again, this is Northern Boulevard, 204th Street in Auburndale. I don't know. First of all, I don't even know why this road's not closed. In my opinion, this road should be closed until they remove the tree. It's not safe to be on this road. Look how small this road is. This is the same type of street I lived on when I was first in this area. It's right by Mcdonald's, for crying out loud. I better let the DOE do their work. That's going to conclude this week's Walk and Talk. Again, there really wasn't supposed to be a walk and talk this week, because I thought it was supposed to rain, but apparently the weather held up. I'm glad it did, and now I got to get to work, so that's going to conclude this week's episode. Hopefully next week there'll be more sunshine, and hopefully we can do a better episode. So until the next one, take care.